Welcome to the NCAA playoffs. Tonight, Northeastern with a record of 23-5 takes on Fresno State with a record of 25-3. For Northeastern, it is a dream that has finally come true, as they are here in their first NCAA appearance ever, and the same holds true for the Bulldogs of Fresno State. For Northeastern, Rucker, Leto, and Heineck, along with Pete Harris and Perry Moss. Rucker against Verhoeven. Rucker giving away 2 inches, and it is controlled by Fresno State. They go left to right, and this is a very patient team. They will take their time. Over the line, right side, it is Anderson. He's the point guard. Now Verhoeven, deep left sideline, it is Davis. Back to Verhoeven. Huskies play a 2-3 zone. And now Fresno State comes along the deep left sideline. It is Davis to Anderson, right sideline, Higgins. Higgins, cross court, it goes now to Davis. Looks around. Looking up top to Anderson. On the right side, it goes to Higgins. In the right corner, now to Mason. Mason's the shooter, a street type of player. He can drive. You've got to keep him honest. Left side, it is Davis. Left corner, there's the shot. It is up and no good. And Huskies have control. Pete Harris, the shot was missed by Mason. Down court, the pass goes to Rucker. Chip takes it left baseline. Then he slows it down. Bounce pass out to Harris. Pete's open from 20. The shot is good. And the Huskies jump out in front 2-0 here in the NCAA playoffs. In the backcourt, Huskies have the 2-2-1 zone press. Northeastern has gotten the early lead, a very important factor. Left sideline now with the ball, it is Mason. He backs off. He missed the first shot. And that is a good sign for Husky fans. Verhoeven now, out deep it goes to Davis. They play catch as they're in a zone offense, so to speak, where 3 people come out up on the high zone, and now they lay back. Right side, Davis, down low it goes to Verhoeven. Turnaround over Heineck is off the rim, around and in. He got the roll. We're tied at 2, 18:48 to go here in the first half. Pete Harris, left-handed dribble. All-time leading scorer at Northeastern University, left corner Moss. Face of the basket, drives in the lane, keeps going, gets away, lays it up and in. Nice move by Perry Moss, going with the left hand as he drove right between the defense. In the backcourt now it is Verhoeven to Higgins. Higgins goes to Mason, almost knocked away by Moss. Deep right sideline, the ball goes out of bounds, knocked out by Chip Rucker. And now at the ball between the circles, it goes to Anderson, right corner Higgins, holes over his head. Back it goes to Anderson again, right corner again to Higgins. Face of the basket, holes over his head, left sideline deep. It is Mason, top of the circle. Anderson backs off now. Anderson behind the circle, left sideline deep. Mason, left corner. It goes back over again to Mason, to Anderson, and Mason again with the ball, holes over his head, looks around. Left corner it goes to Davis. And again, they play catch, just taking their time. Huskies in the 2-3 zone. Verhoeven, left sideline, Davis, top of the circle. It goes to Anderson, left side again. To Davis, in the corner now. Mason drives, a high archer shot, no good. Higgins, the rebound is back up and in.
Steve, the Huskies look pretty relaxed here tonight.
Which is going to be a good sign for Northeastern. They have got to hold their poise again. We're tied at 4. Harris in the lane, fakes, has the ball knocked out of his hands, but he's fouled on the way up. Here's Pete. The shot is around and in. Huskies lead 5-4. The second is missed. The rebound is controlled by Fresno State. Verhoeven has it. He gives now to Mason. Mason will bring it up. Walks it up. Ahead it goes to Anderson, the point guard. Moss is on him. Now the Huskies back off in the 2-3 zone. Verhoeven, deep right sideline. Davis back to Verhoeven again. Between the circles, it goes to Anderson. Left sideline now it is Higgins. Higgins stops, goes to Anderson, top of the circle, returns to Higgins again. Left sideline. To Anderson, right sideline, deep Davis. Bounces once in the right corner. It goes to Mason over his head. Cross-court Higgins now, left sideline. He wants a 22-footer. Off the rim, no good. We've got a foul. Higgins now, and Harris is all over him. Down low, Mason, right side over Rucker. The shot is good. And for the first time, Fresno State takes the lead 6-5. Harris pushes the ball up the floor. Left-handed dribble, left side of the foul line. Backs off left sideline. Starts to go left, top of the circle. Leto, Dave will shoot from there, a rare one. It's good. Dave Leto, a 20-footer. And the Huskies go back in front 7-6, keeping the Bulldogs honest. In the backcourt, it is Anderson, skipping across the line to the left side. On the sideline, Moss and Leto in the half-court trap. Now out near the midcourt circle, Mason returns to Anderson again. Left sideline. He sets up a play. He's the point guard. Now to Mason. They will go basically with the starting 5 almost all the way. Davis, right corner open. The shot is no good. Rebound banged around. Moss has it for the Huskies. On the fast break. It's a 3-on-2. Moss goes down the middle. Lead pass goes to Leto. Knocked out of bounds. Loose. It'll be Northeastern ball. Outside left, it is Pete Harris. Cross court right corner Moss. Perry's open. He wants. The shot is off the rim. High in the air. No good. Rebound banged around. Moss knocks it loose. But we have a foul on Perry. A good call as he went over the shoulder of Anderson. Huskies had a nice trip to Mexico earlier today, so they're nice, loose and relaxed. Over the line, left side, Mason. Along the sideline, it goes to Higgins. Back to Mason. Cross court on the right side to Anderson in front of Coach Jim Calhoun. Deep left sideline again. It goes over to Mason, left corner Higgins. He's open, 18-footer. The shot is good, and Fresno State now takes the lead, 8-7. Pete Harris will bring it up across the line to the middle. And he's played out there in a man-to-man by Anderson. Harris stops his dribble down low. Moss, baseline. The shot is blocked by Verhoeven, but a foul as well. The shot by Moss is way off. He missed the first. Here's Moss, the second shot, spinning and good. We're tied at 8. Fresno State with the ball now going left to right. Higgins in the backcourt. Huskies 2-2-1 zone press. Verhoeven to Higgins. Still in the backcourt. Mason. Forecourt deep right sideline. It is Davis. Right baseline. He's open over Heineck. The 15-footer. In and out. Rebound is back up and no good by Verhoeven. A fight for it along the boards. Verhoeven again. Throws it in. So they're dominating the offensive boards, at least on that sequence, and that is something the Huskies definitely will have to shut down. 10-8. Fresno State leads by 2. Left corner it goes to Moss, facing the basket. Now he backs in. Top of the circle, Harris. Right side it goes over to Rucker. Chip over his head. Left side, Moss. Perry's wide open. 15-footer, high archer is an air ball. Outlet. Now Fresno State has a 2-on-0 break. Verhoeven will go in by himself. He lays it up and in. A rare fast break, but they took advantage of the good defense. 12-8. Bulldogs by 4 on the Huskies. Cannot afford to fall behind. Now down low, Heineck. Charlie in traffic. Left corner, Harris fakes his man out. Down low again, it goes to Heineck. Charlie, the right-handed hook is around, no good. Rebound snared down by Davis. Fresno State on the fly now. Left sideline with the ball. Mason drives on Leto. Turns, and he retreats back out to the sideline.
Charlie Heineck fell on that last attempt there. I think he fell on his ankle. If you look at it, it's all taped up there.
And a very tender ankle right now for Charlie Heineck. So you might see Eric Jefferson coming in soon. The Huskies and Fresno State, neither team yet to make a change. Davis cross-court, it goes over to Mason. He's open left corner. The shot is around, no good. Rebound Harris for Northeastern. Pete, fast break, and the Huskies 3-on-2. Harris drives, foul line in the lane, fakes on the run, banks it up, good. Nice shot by Harris, and a foul as well. Here's the shot, around and in. Huskies have cut it to 1. In the backcourt now, Huskies with the 2-2-1 zone. Higgins with the ball. Moss and Harris, Jefferson, Rucker and Leto. Forecourt now, Mason, deep right sideline. It goes to Anderson, left baseline. The shot, Davis is blocked by Leto, but a foul as well. First free throw attempt as Davis. The shot is around, no good. He did not get the roll. The shot is around. He missed a pair. Verhoeven, an obvious foul inside as he pushed Dave Leto completely out of the way. Eric Jefferson in the backcourt, hands to Pete Harris. Pete starts to bring it up across the line left side. He slows down now. Anderson on him in a man-to-man. Harris drives baseline, fakes, leans. It goes to EJ left side of the circle. The shot around, no good. Verhoeven the rebound. He protects and gives to Anderson. They'll slow it down. Across the line to the right side. This is a good defensive team. But again, you can understand there are other factors involved why they have given up so few points. And this is the reason right now as they take their time very patiently offensively. Left sideline, Higgins holds over his head. Cross-court right side, Davis in front of the Northeastern bench, top of the circle, Anderson. Left side, Higgins. Here's the shot from 20. It is in and out. Rebound banged around, and Anderson has it for Fresno State. Fires from 15. Swish! 14-11. Bulldogs by 3. Harris across the line, right side. Right-handed dribble. Starts the drive. Now he backs off on the sideline. Accelerates again. Baseline keeps going on. The run flips it up and in. Pete Harris with the bucket. And for Pete, he now has 7 points, so he's getting off to a good start. 14-13, 12:58 to go in the first half. Fresno State leads by 1. Here in the NCAA's first appearance for either team. 2 winning streaks on the line. Bulldogs have won 13 in a row. Huskies have won 8. Left sideline deep. It is Anderson to Mason near the midcourt circle. And they're playing catch as Perry Moss now is the monkey in the middle between Mason and Anderson. And again, Mason has the ball, holds over his head, looks around, deep right sideline. Davis drives baseline, jump pass, back out it goes to Mason again. Cross-court left sideline, deep Anderson. Anderson, bounce pass along the sideline for Higgins. Higgins looks around again. They go back out to Anderson. Mason with the ball. And the Huskies on the bench applauding the defense. Cross-court right side, Mason fakes the pass. Now right corner, Davis drives, gets away, throws it up. No basket, no basket. We have an offensive foul. Dave Leto held his ground inside. That's what Pete has been doing so far. He has been the main man. He does not want the season to end or his career here at Northeastern. Back to Harris. Pete backs off. Huskies looking to regain the lead. Deep left sideline, Moss. Between the circles, Harris, right side, Jefferson. In the lane, it goes to Roland Braswell now in the ball game, and Roland is fouled. Jefferson will inbound, right baseline. Inside to Rucker, knocked out of bounds. They switch calls. It is going to go to Fresno State. Verhoeven knocked it out of bounds, but it hit Eric Jefferson as he was inbounding the ball. Now forecourt right side, Anderson. And again, they take their time just sitting on the ball right now. They hold on to it again. With the ball, it is Anderson. And the Huskies now in the 1-3-1 zone as Moss is up top. Harris, the man down low. Left corner, Davis. Cross-court, Anderson, right side. Fakes out EJ. Stops, top of the circle, Higgins. Right side, it goes to Anderson. Drives on the baseline. EJ cuts him off. Higgins, who is the leading scorer on the team, 15 points a ball game. Right sideline, he's got the ball now. Back out it goes to Anderson. Left side, it goes again to Mason. Right side of the circle, Higgins. He's open, up and down. Shot is in and out. The rebound fought for, and Verhoeven has it. Lays it up, no good. He was fouled by Braswell, and Verhoeven is getting inside on the Husky defense. Shot by Verhoeven is good. The first free throw, it is up and good. So it is 16-13, Fresno State by 3. Harris with the ball. He has over half of the team's points so far, 7 of 13. Eric Jefferson looks around, stops, right sideline deep. Harris, Pete is open. He takes the long one. It is deflected out there by Higgins. The Huskies lose the ball. Braswell has it taken away, and he may be hurt. Harris comes back to steal it on the fast break. Anderson throwing it to Higgins, and Pete got back there. Pete across the line to the middle. Alley-oop will go to Halsell. Mark takes it, fakes underneath the basket, lays it up. Good, and a foul. A great play. It is up. No good. The rebound by Verhoeven. Verhoeven in the backcourt. Starts to bring it up, and he gives now to Mason. Across the line, left side. I guess you could say the best teams the Huskies have played this year. To begin with, North Carolina, Charlotte, and Texas Arlington, who they lost to. And I think the Huskies, during the season, the progress of the year, began to feel they could play with teams like that, and they did because they beat Penn State and Holy Cross. The shot left side is good by Higgins, and that makes it 18-15, Fresno State by 3. So Northeastern has shown during the last couple of weeks of the year that they can indeed play with the big powers. Harris, 18-footer is short. The rebound is back up and in by Braswell. Following, Roland Braswell cuts it to 1 again. Huskies hanging tough. Bulldogs by 1. 10-17 to go in the first half. In the backcourt, it is Anderson across the line left side. Between the circles, Verhoeven to Mason, now to Anderson, deep left sideline. And Mason again has a deep right sideline with the ball. Bounces a couple of times and stops. Looks around, Moss is on him. Alley-oop goes to Higgins. He takes it and rams it home. A great play. And Higgins with a vicious dunk. So it's gone anywhere from 1 to 3 points, the Fresno lead, and the Bulldogs by 3 now, 20-17. Harris, deep right sideline, Jefferson. EJ pulls it at his stomach behind the circle, Moss. Perry fakes, right side back to EJ. Eric drives baseline, keeps going on the run, 10-footer, good. Eric Jefferson. Huskies again cut it to 1, 20-19, Fresno State by a point.
I can't help but being reminded of the opening of the Holy Cross game. It was so close there for the longest period of time, and it looks like this game might go that way.
Right here again, a very patient team. Chip Rucker called Fresno State a quick army, as they too disciplined, patient, but a little quicker on their ball movement. Right now it is Higgins deep left sideline. Back it goes over to Anderson, the point guard. Comes around between the circles. Slowly, deliberately, high post Mason, left side Higgins. They set up for him. Baseline swatted by Braswell, but Roland is called for a foul, and Coach Jim Calhoun doing a dance step now. Roland did block the shot cleanly, but he got him with the body. Rod Higgins, a 6'7 junior, 21-19. He fires, he hits. Huskies down by 3. They've got the ball deep right sideline. Pete Harris looks around between the circles. It goes to Robinson, back to Pete again. Right sideline, Captain Harris, New England's finest, with the ball between the circles. It goes to Robinson, back to Harris. Drives baseline on the run. He's cut off, double teamed. He has to retreat. Back out on the sidelines. They take their time. Robinson at the point. Top of the circle. Left side it goes to Rucker. Chip bounces it right back to Robinson again. Jump pass right side. Harris. Pete fakes the shot. Backs in. Now he backs off. On the right side, man-to-man defense by the Bulldogs. High post Braswell inside to Halsell. He gets away, lays it in. Mark Halsell now with 4 points. 22-21. Huskies have cut it to 1. And bringing the ball up now, it is Mason. He's the shooter on this team. Mason is shooting 53% from the floor, and he's a street type of player. But so far, they've kept him relatively quiet. Davis, deep right sideline. With the ball, back at, again, it goes over to Mason. Mason holds up, looks around, left sideline deep. It goes to Bobby Anderson. Anderson along the sideline for Higgins. Don Higgins to Anderson, right side Mason. Mason over his head, cross court, it goes to Higgins. They set the screen, he fakes. Most of the offense is geared around this man, Higgins, and he has taken most of the shots tonight. He's got the ball deep left sideline. Fresno State by 1. Cross court right side, it is Mason, top of the circle. Anderson in the lane, Thompson fakes, throws it up. No good. We have a foul on Northeastern. Braswell cannot believe the call. Rather quiet right now in this huge arena. Biggest one and the nicest one the Huskies have played in this year. The first is no good. Here's the second. It is around and in. Fresno State by 2, 23-21. Huskies trying to tie it up. Robinson, deep right sideline, Harris. Pete comes back out. Double team now, and going down is Thompson. Pete is in traffic. Looks around. Almost a 5-second count. Right corner, Halsell. Way back out it goes to Robinson. Phil now will set it up from the point. Pete goes to the shooting guard, the off guard now on the right wing. Harris has it. Behind the circle, gives to Robinson, back to Harris. Pete drives in the lane, on the run, throws up a 15-footer, around and in.
Excellent
Pete Harris with
shot.
the roll.
Excellent shot there by Pete Harris.
Pete Harris now with 9 points, and we're tied at 23. The Huskies hanging tough. They have fought back to tie things up. You are listening to WRBB Boston, a public service of Northeastern University. Husky basketball, championship style here in the NCAA playoffs. Right now it is a little bit after midnight, but stick around. The Huskies, as you can tell, involved in a tight one here with 7 minutes to go in the first half. 23 all. First round of the Western Regional NCAA playoffs. Second day of action. Right base, left baseline rather. Higgins misses the shot, but he's fouled inside by Rucker. Here's the shot. It is good by Higgins. He can make it a 2-point game, and he does. 25-23, 6:53 to go. First half action. Steve Berkowitz along with Peter Jordan here from the University of Texas, El Paso at the Special Events Center. Moss double team. Between the circles it goes to Rucker, left side Harris. Pete fakes, drives baseline. Backs up now. Davis on him. Bounce pass out to Moss behind the circle, right side Rucker. Chip looks around. Whips a pass left corner Harris. He's open. The 20-footer is short. Good defense by Davis getting back. Now the fast break. 4-on-1. Moss the only man back. Anderson gets away. Underneath it goes to Davis. He lays it up. No good. A pushing foul on Rucker. The first is up. No good. He's now 0 for 3. The shot is up in the air and good. Fresno State 26, Northeastern 23. Pete Harris goes to Moss, deep right sideline. Behind the circle, Jefferson. Left corner, it goes to Harris. He's open from 20. The shot is an air ball, and Mark Halsell cannot control the rebound. He had it home free, but he lost it out of bounds. And Fresno State leading by 3. They can now take their biggest lead of the ballgame if they convert here, and they will take their time. Mason has a catch now with Anderson. Back to Mason again, and they just go along the wings. Along the sideline, it goes to Higgins. Mason, deep right sideline. Along the sideline to Sezzi. To Mason. To Anderson again, along the left sideline. Higgins back again, it goes to Anderson. Holes over his head, Huskies 2-3 zone. Mason out near midcourt. Sezzi deep right side. And Mason again. You have to give Fresno State credit. A lot of tough defense. They're all around the ball, but as far as the low-scoring games, they give up 50 points a ball game. This is why. Mason outside shot is no good. Moss the rebound. Here's the fast break for Northeastern. 4-on-3. Moss foul line behind his back. Jumps it up. Down low it goes to Harris. Pete gets away, throws it up and in. Nice pass by Moss as he threw the jump pass to Harris, and Pete now has 11 points. 26-25, a very big sequence right there for Northeastern. They cut it to 1. Anderson out near midcourt. Left sideline deep. It is Mason back to Anderson again. Holes over his head. Very patient team. Left sideline, Higgins with the ball. Loops it back out to Mason. Mason holes over his head. Anderson cross court right side with the ball. Again to Mason. Deep left sideline. Drives top of the circle. Jump pass left corner Higgins. Back out again. It goes to Mason. Mason fakes, gets by his man in the lane. 10-footer on the run. Good. Nice shot. 28-25. So a very annoying type of team. They take about a minute and they wind up converting. Left side it goes over to Jefferson. EJ holds over his head. The Huskies again, a big sequence right here. Pete Harris right side. In the lane it goes to Lato. Turnaround is blocked. Moss has the rebound. Foul line. Perry will back off. He hesitated. He had the shot. Left sideline Jefferson. EJ puffing hard. Between the circles Harris back to EJ. Holds over his head. Top of the circle Moss. Perry fakes. Right side Harris. Pete tries right corner. Now he slows it down. Jump pass down low it goes to Lato. Loops a high lob pass to Moss. Top of the circle. Perry turns. Bounces once. Stops. Left baseline, it's stolen by Sezzi. Bad pass, he forced it. And Fresno State now, with that tremendous, tenacious defense, it's beginning to pay off. Anderson goes to Mason. Holds over his head, returns it again. Back over to Anderson, to Mason. Out near midcourt, Charlie Heineck will return. And Anderson, deep left sideline, some 35 feet from the basket. Left corner, Higgins. Holds it. Back again to Anderson, now Mason, right sideline. Moss comes out to him, gives him some pressure. Mason goes to Anderson, left side of the lane, left baseline. Higgins over Harris. The shot is good. 30-25, Fresno State with their biggest lead of the ball game. 3:45 to go in the first half. Pete Harris, left-handed dribble. Turns, left sideline deep. It goes to Eric Jefferson. EJ holds over his head, cross-court right side Harris. Pete was open momentarily. He did not take the shot, so he backs off. Deep right sideline with the left-handed dribble. Right side, stops. EJ, left corner, Moss. Perry wants the shot, baseline. He's cut off, bump. His man falls down. Perry's shot is off the rim, no good. Rebound is controlled by Fresno State. Dan Sezzi has the ball, gives to Mason, and all of a sudden now you can see Fresno State in control. Over the line, left side. Anderson to Mason, deep right sideline, now Sezzi. Sezzi back to Mason. Between the circles, cross-court left sideline near the hash mark. Anderson back to Mason again, over his head. Moss comes out to him. Anderson's open. Left corner Higgins wide open from 20. The shot is good, and the Huskies had better call time here, and they will. 32-25. Northeastern is now down by 7 points. They're back in black again, but they were 13-5 on the road this season. Pete Harris will bring it up. He's across the line left side. Deep right sideline Moss holds over his head. Perry looks around. Bounces a couple of times, stops top of the circle Harris. Pete head fakes in the lane, drives on the run. Right corner goes to Moss. Perry in the lane, on the run. The shot is blocked, but he's fouled. Trying to distract him. Here's the shot. It is good. It is up in the air, spinning and good. 32-27, Fresno State by 5. So far, Northeastern shooting 52% from the outside. Fresno State shooting 47%. And the fast break, Davis gets away, lays it up and in. Good pass by Anderson inside. They work the 2-on-1 break. 34-27, Fresno State leads by 7. Pete Harris with the ball. Top of the circle, right sideline deep Moss. Huskies slowing down a bit. Right sideline, Moss stops his dribble. Behind the circle, Harris. Pete comes to his left. Anderson, who has been dogging him all day long so far. Left side, Harris comes around to his right. Drives on Anderson, gets by him. Now he's helped out by Higgins. Good defensive help. And this team working well on the defensive side. Deep right sideline, Moss holds over his head. Fakes, starts the drive right side. Stops his dribble, loops it down low to Heineck. Charlie gets away, blocked by Witherspoon. And here's the break. Mason drives 1-on-3. Turns, EJ steals it. Eric Jefferson gives to Moss. Here's the Huskies with a 3-on-2. Moss drives, gets by on Higgins on the run. The shot blocked by Higgins, but we have a foul. Moss, the shot is up and good. It is up in the air, spinning, no good. Rebound banged around. Moss has it in the lane, loses the ball. Perry will fight for it. He gets it back left corner. So this could be a 3-point play. The Huskies down by 6. Pete Harris with Anderson all over him. Pete starts the drive. He's been quiet as of late, but he still has 11 points unofficially. Left side it goes to Moss. Perry lowers his shoulder. Holds over his head, looks around, now he dribbles back out. Behind the circle, and Mason on him. Deep right sideline, it goes to Harris. Top of the circle, EJ, triple team, the turnaround, an air ball, bad shot, good pressure. And the rebound is pulled down by Higgins, so the Huskies forced it that time. And Anderson will walk the ball up the floor. Slowly, very slowly, across the line left side. Chip Rucker will get ready to check back in. And now they go out to the 4 corners. No rush at all, 1 minute to go. They will hold on for the last shot. They lead by 6. Mason out near midcourt along the sideline. Now it goes to Anderson, back to Higgins. Anderson again, over his head. Cross court right side, Mason. Mason with the ball to Davis. Behind the circle it goes to Anderson again, left sideline. Down to 40 seconds to go. Very patient team. Mason near midcourt. Moss comes to him. 1-3-1 by the Huskies. Left sideline, it is Anderson to Mason. Mason over his head. Moss trying to distract him. 26 seconds to go. Left sideline, Higgins looks around. Between the circles, it is Anderson. Right side, Mason. They will work for the last shot. 20 seconds to go. Now here's Higgins. He'll shoot it now. The shot is good. 16 seconds to go, and it's an 8-point difference. Fresno State with their biggest lead of the ball game, 36-28. Harris with 10 seconds. Top of the circle, between his legs. Backs up, starts the drive, left side, on the run, fakes, double team, fires, no good. Rebound by EJ, back up and in. That is the end of the first half. So the Huskies, on a nice note, get the last hoop. Rebounds, by the way, the Huskies were out-rebounded, 11-10. Northeastern has control. Perry Moss in the lane, fires and hits. Huskies go left to right here in the second half. A very important hoop. Northeastern cuts it to 4. They have in there Pete Harrison, Perry Moss, Charlie Heineck, Dave Lato, and Chip Rucker. And here for Fresno State at the guards, it is Bobby Anderson and Don Mason. The center, Pete Verhoeven, and the forwards, Rod Higgins along with Bobby Davis. And outside, Pete Harris steals the ball. Pete behind his back. Now he will have to slow it down. Huskies can cut it to 2 as they come up with the steal. Pete in a man-to-man, guarded by Anderson. Left sideline, deep Moss drives the corner, baseline. He's cut off. Perry back outside, goes to Lato. To Harris now, between the circles. Pete with the ball over his head. Looks around, swings a pass right side over to Chip Rucker. Rucker bounces once, stops, looks for Moss. It goes out to Perry, top of the circle. Right side, Rucker, chip to the baseline. Turns around, Higgins on him, stops. Lobs it back out to Moss. Perry between the circles comes to his right. Now stops, top of the circle, looks around, swarmed up, deep left sideline, Harrison. There is that just awesome defensive work by the Bulldogs. Right side, Rucker, jump pass, right corner, Lato. Dave will not shoot. He dribbles back out. Jump pass goes to Moss, top of the circle. Perry drives the lane, loses the ball. It's going to go along the sideline and taken by Higgins. A steal there. Moss just lost the ball. So a big turnover. And the Bulldogs going right to left. Anderson, right-handed dribble very deliberately. Par for the course for this team. Deep right sideline, Mason, and he has a catch with Anderson. Anderson to Mason. Looks around. Deep right sideline, it is Davis. Back out again. It goes to Mason. Out near midcourt. Left sideline, Anderson. Along the sideline, Higgins. Higgins holds over his head. Back out to Anderson. Left corner, Higgins. He has 18 in the first half. Verhoeven, bank shot is good. Posting down low. 38-32. Fresno State by 6. Pete Harris across the line to the middle. Right-handed dribble. And now he backs off. Anderson on him. Deep right sideline, Moss. Looking for Heineck in the lane. Right baseline, knocked out of bounds by Verhoeven. Again, the hands all over the place. Huskies inbound in the right corner. Braswell hands it to Perry Moss. Moss with the ball. Deep right sideline. It goes over to Harris. Pete fakes. Top of the circle. Backs off left side. Starts the drive on the right. Right sideline, Moss. Perry's open. Here's the high archer. Swoosh! Great shot by Moss as he threw it over the incoming Verhoeven. 38-34. Fresno State by 4. 17:45 to go here in the second half. Anderson out near midcourt. It goes over to Mason. Mason with the ball along the sideline. Davis drives right corner. Stops. Back out to Mason. Huskies Have to get the ball away. Left corner it goes to Anderson. High post Higgins, right side to Mason. Mason top of the circle. Then they back off again. A very disciplined team. They'll take their time. Anderson left sideline. Out it goes over to Mason. Right corner now Davis. In the corner. He's open momentarily. Gets it back out to Mason. Over his head. Cross court left sideline. Anderson in the corner. Higgins drives baseline over Harris. Here's the shot. In and out. Rebound Rucker. Chip is first of the game. Outlet goes to Harris. Pete in a hurry. Across the line left side. Right-handed dribble. Drives in the lane. Keeps going on the run. Banks it up. No good. We have a foul on the play. Pete drawing the foul. Again, taking charge and going right down the middle. And here's the shot. It is good. Harris's shot, good. Huskies within 2, the closest they have been since about midway in the first half. And now let's see how the Bulldogs react. Slowly, whatever it will be, they will react slowly. You know that. Deep right sideline. Mason goes to Anderson out near midcourt. Back to Mason again. Along the right sideline. Sees an opening. Top of the circle. In the lane. Knocked loose. A loose ball. The Huskies steal it. Braswell then loses the ball, but gets it right back to Harris. Huskies in control now. They've got the basketball, looking for the tie. Pete Harris comes between the circles, and now they'll try a little Fresno State strategy. They take their time patiently on offense. Behind the circle, Rucker, right sideline, Moss, right corner, Harris. Pete's open. The shot is on the way. Good! We're tied at 38. Huskies have come on strong now here in the second half, as they have outscored Fresno State 8-2. Here throughout the first 3.5 minutes. In the backcourt, Anderson almost traveled, but he gets it over the line to Mason. 16-16 to go. Anderson to Mason. You'll hear that combination all night long. Deep left sideline, Anderson. Left corner it goes to Higgins. Don't go to bed yet, folks. Huskies have tied it up here in the NCAA as Verhoeven gets away, lays it up, blows it, rebound back up and in by Davis as he followed. Huskies had a chance right there, and Coach Calhoun a bit perturbed right now along the sidelines. Huskies down by 2. This, the first round of the Western Regionals in the NCAA playoffs. The first time for either team. Rucker in the lane, gets away, lays it up and in on the assist from Pete Harris. We're tied at 40 now. In the backcourt, it is Anderson. Gives to Mason. Mason starts to bring it up. And knocked away by Moss. Perry steals it. He drives 1-on-2, stripped out of his hands, but he's fouled as he goes up with the shot. And we'll have a 2-shot foul. Perry Moss, a one-man defensive ball in the backcourt. Here's the first. It is short. Perry now, one more shot. It is good. Northeastern leads 41-40. And that's a very important point right there. They have to feel that lead, and they've got it. Moss in the backcourt with Anderson. And Anderson over the line. Perry, the tough defense. Huskies now in the 1-3-1 zone. Mason outside deep. Again, they will take forever. Anderson in the midcourt circle, directs traffic. Gives to Davis along the right sideline. Right corner, Higgins. Higgins is the shooter. Back at it goes to Anderson. In right corner, Higgins again. Down low for Verhoeven. Met by Lato. Throws it up. No good. Rebound fought for. Moss has it. Perry in the backcourt. Juggles it, but has control. Moss may have pulled something. And he seems to be okay now. He runs along the court now on Pete Harris. Deep right sideline, Moss. Perry with the ball over his head. Looks around. Stops once. Goes over to Rucker. Chip juggles it. Deep right sideline. It goes to Harris. Pete backs off, and Anderson comes to him. Pete starts the drive, backs in, and he throws it away. Intended for Braswell, stolen by Verhoeven. Verhoeven brings it up, fast break, 2-on-2. Anderson drives, right side it goes to Higgins. He's open, 15-footer, swish. 42-41, Fresno State leads by 1. Pete Harris will walk it across the line right side. He backs off now. Along the sideline it goes to Perry Moss. Moss appeared maybe to have pulled something before as he stole that ball, but he's okay now. And he's back outside with the basketball between the circles. Holds over his head. Left sideline deep, it goes to Harris. Pete comes to the middle of the floor, goes to Rucker. Huskies down by a point. Harris left side. Swings a pass in the lane to Lato. Back out to Harris behind the circle. Right side, Moss, he's open. 20-footer, good. 43-42, Northeastern leads by 1. Not in awe at all of this huge arena, the NCAAs.
Just incredible, Steve.
Deep right sideline, Davis, back at it goes, over to Anderson. Back to Mason, and again, Davis, right corner, Higgins. They work it around, everybody. Verhoeven posting down low. They look for him, too. Mason between the circles. Eric Jefferson will check back in. Higgins now switches to the left corner. Throws back out to Anderson, over to Mason, behind the circle. Anderson left side, left corner goes to Higgins. Down low, Verhoeven gets away. Shot is up, no good. A foul by Rucker, a good one. As Chip challenged Verhoeven, made him think about it. He blocked the shot, but committed the obvious foul. So that's a good one there. 13:36 to go. Verhoeven makes the first to tie the game up. Both free throws made by Verhoeven, so Fresno State now leads by a point, 44-43. Harris right side, holds the ball, backs off now with a left-handed dribble. Anderson on him, jump pass back out to EJ, behind the circle. Right side, Harris, the shot is deflected by Higgins. Verhoeven, the rebound goes to Anderson. Here's the fast break. Lead pass on the right side to Mason. Right corner, he loses the ball, and Dave Lato, no, it's going to be Fresno ball. Left side deep, it is Mason. Cross court, right corner, Higgins. He wants the shot. Baseline 15-footer, off the rim, no good. Lato fights for the rebound, and he's got it. Dave Lato in traffic, goes to Harris. Pete going left to right for the Huskies, across the line right side. Top of the circle, foul line, comes around to the left. Between his legs, off the sideline. He slows it down now. Lobs it on the left side over to Eric Jefferson. EJ, cross court, Harris, right corner. Pete's open, drives baseline, fakes. His double team, throws it up. He's fouled. Great play by Harris. Shot is good. Harris makes a pair, 45-44. Northeastern by 1 in the NCAAs. With the ball right now, it is Mason. Back out near midcourt, it goes to Anderson. Huskies up by a point. Thompson is in the game. Right corner, it goes to Higgins. Higgins as Davis checks out. And behind the circle, Mason. Quick pass on the left side, goes to Thompson. Thompson, left side of the circle. Anderson behind the circle, it goes over to Mason. Over his head. Huskies in now a 2-3 zone. Left corner, Higgins. He wants the shot. Bounces one, stops, eyes the hoop. He's about 25 feet out. Verhoeven, left corner. Top of the circle, it goes over to Anderson. Anderson looks around, gives to Mason. Mason, right corner to Thompson. Thompson back again, it goes to Mason. Left side, Anderson. Huskies playing the tough D, not giving them anything. But again, as we've told you all night long, this team will wait forever. Right sideline, Anderson. Mason now top of the circle. Huskies playing good position D, maintaining their defensive poise. Thompson, left corner, it goes to Higgins. Higgins outside to Anderson, cross court, right side, Mason, over his head. Left side, Anderson. You have to wonder if this team will get arm weary after a while. Behind the circle, Anderson. Right side, the bomb by Mason, no good. Rebound fought for, we'll have a foul on Eric Jefferson. Verhoeven with 4 fouls goes out. Right corner says he has it. Looks around, throws it back out to Anderson. Anderson behind the circle, comes around right corner, Sezzi. And he's got the ball, looking around. And again, Anderson, right corner, Sezzi. He wants the shot, fakes it, can't get it off. Between the circles, it is Mason. Mason with the ball, who did not score. Had 4 points in the first half, and he's been shut down here in the second. Right sideline, Thompson goes to Sezzi. The Huskies applaud the defense. They're up by 1. Sezzi, right sideline. Cross court, it goes now to Mason. Mason back out top of the circle. Anderson, right side, Sezzi, right side of the circle. And he almost committed himself. Now Mason baseline. He backs off. Knocked out of his hands, a loose ball. Mason picks it back up. Good defensive work by Rucker. Turnaround by Higgins. Baseline is good. 46-45. Fresno State leads by a point. Quickly, Harris over the line left side. On the sideline. Starts the drive. Backs up. Huskies now will be patient offensively. Eric Jefferson, jump pass in the lane to Rucker. Underneath it goes to Harris. Baseline. He fakes, throws it up. Blocked. And it's taken now by Mason. He took a couple of steps. Nothing called. We haven't had a traveling violation all game long. And the Huskies got back there defensively in the backcourt. Mason looked like he took a couple of steps. Nothing called. Fresno State by 1. Anderson, deep right sideline. Gives to Sezzi now, right corner. Down low underneath it goes to Thompson. He fakes, turns, blocked by Moss, but a foul by Perry. And the first is way off. Here's the shot. It is good. 47-45. Bulldogs by 2. Northeastern down by 2. 10:05 to go in the ballgame. Huskies going for the tie. They fought back. They were down by 8. They took the lead several occasions here in the second half. Moss left baseline. He wants the shot. 15-footer. Good. Perry Moss now getting back into the fit of things. We're tied at 47. Moss was quiet in the first half, but here in the second, he has come to life. Across the line right side, it is Mason. Along the sideline, Sezzi. And the marshmallow offense now. Mason with the ball. Right sideline, it is Anderson. He will take his time with the basketball. Top of the circle. And it goes to Sezzi. Now he's on the right sideline. Baseline, he wants the shot. Can't get it off. Looks around. Top of the circle, Anderson. Left side, it goes to Mason. Rucker on him. Chip knocks it out of his hands. And nonchalantly, Mason goes back to pick it up. Anderson to Mason. Left corner, Higgins. Back to Mason along the left wing. Huskies 2-3 zone. Anderson top of the circle. Right side, Sezzi with the ball. Goes to Anderson. Fakes. Looks around. Top of the circle. Left side, it goes now to Mason. Over his head. Top of the circle, Anderson. Right side, Sezzi. Fakes the shot again. He's very hesitant. Now he drives. Now he's double teamed. In the lane. It's good. Knocked loose. Mason has it left baseline. The shot is good. Well, Higgins juggled the ball right baseline, but no traveling called. I guess they don't know about that in this part of the country. 49-47. Huskies down by 2. EJ left sideline. Again, looking for the tie. Left corner, Moss. Perry with the ball. Left sideline. Comes back out to Pete Harris. Pete over his head. In the lane, it goes to Rucker. We have a whistle and a foul on Fresno State. And the Huskies throw it away. 3-on-1 break. Harris is back. Mason drives, and that loose ball, that's going to be whose? Still Fresno ball. The Huskies getting back on defense. So Fresno State with the ball and a 2-point lead. With the ball now, it is Mason goes to Sezzi. Back to Mason, deep right sideline. He's got the ball. Out deep again, out near the midcourt circle, it is Anderson. He backs off on the sideline to Mason. Right sideline, deep it is Sezzi. Over his head to Mason, left side Anderson now. In the corner, Higgins. Higgins faces the basket. Top of the circle, Anderson. Right side, Mason. Cross court, left corner, it goes to Higgins. He's open from 15. Short. The rebound fought for. Huskies have it. Eric Jefferson, the rebound, and a foul on Fresno State. 8:13 to go here on Friday the 13th. Although back in Boston, where we're from, it is a new day. Still, we're in the late hours here in Texas. Deep right sideline, it is Perry Moss. Right sideline, over his head. He backs up, looks around. Huskies taking their time. They played well tonight. Left side, it goes to Harris. Pete drives, fakes, double team. Can't get the shot off. Juggled, and he brings it back out. TJ behind the circle, returns to Harris, walks around. Lob pass, right corner, Moss. Perry wants the shot. Fakes, now he fires. It's good! Moss is on fire here in the second half. We're tied at 49. 7:40 to go in the ball game. With the ball, walking it up is Mason. Now he begins to pick up the speed, and we have a whistle and a timeout. Rucker, Little and Jefferson, Moss and Harris for Northeastern. Huskies now in the half-court trap as EJ and Moss came out. Northeastern in the 1-3-1 zone. Mason, right sideline deep. It goes over to Anderson, back to Mason. Mason with the ball. Holds over his head to Anderson. Right sideline. 7:18 to go. And they go into the four corners. They could very well hold for the last shot. You can never count anything out against this team. Anderson to Mason. Mason bounces a couple of times, stops left side of the circle. High post for Hooven. Back out to Anderson. Now Davis right sideline. Cross court left side. It goes to Mason. Mason down low goes to Verhoeven. He takes it. He almost went up and down. And that's what the call is going to be, I believe. It is. So a good call, and that's the first traveling or up and down violation we've seen this entire ball game. Huskies can take the lead now. Less than 7 minutes to go. Pete Harris coming around to the right side. Top of the circle. Left sideline deep EJ. Back it goes to Harris over his head. Looks around. And Pete adamant as he barks out instructions. Left sideline picked up by Anderson in a man-to-man. Pete baseline. He fakes. He gets hit. The shot is good. Pete Harris taking his man one-on-one. 51-49. Northeastern by 2. Anderson will bring it up across the line right side. Northeastern's biggest lead has been 2 this entire ball game. And if they can come up with a steal now, maybe they can work a bigger lead and put them in the driver's seat. Right sideline deep. It is Davis. Cross court left side. Mason with the ball. Moss on him. Perry going for the steal. Doesn't get it. Now it goes to Anderson. Moss again. Monkey in the middle. Mason and Anderson have a catch. Down low it goes to Higgins. He turns left corner. He's been quiet as of late. Mason sees an opening in the lane. We have a knock loose and a foul on the play on Northeastern. Their 4th. Coach Calhoun upset at that call. It's on Chip Rucker. Chip stays in the game. It could be his last. Here's the alley-oop. The shot is good by Higgins. He took it and threw it in. Now we're tied at 51, exactly 6 minutes to go in the ball game. Pete Harris will slow it down. Coach Calhoun says, whoa, fellas. Deep right sideline, it is Perry Moss. Higgins going for the steal. Right corner, EJ, double team. Looks around, bounces a couple of times in the lane, a fadeaway. Good! Eric Jefferson taking charge. 53-51, Northeastern by 2. All 3 coaches, Calhoun, Fogel, and Ness, imploring the defense to get back. Rucker goes for the steal, can't get it. Now they've got a fast break. Right corner, it is Davis, but the Bulldogs will slow it down. They are in no hurry. They will not rush. They're down by 2. Left corner, Higgins with the ball. Over his head, looks around. They have shot with precision here in the second half, taking their time, working for the good shot and getting it. Harris goes for the steal, and Higgins doesn't get that one. Higgins left baseline. Now high post Mason. Foul line. Here's the shot. It is backed up and in. Tough angle shot. We're tied at 53. Back and forth we go. Pete Harris between the circles. And he calls a timeout. Moss and Harris. Pete will stay on that floor all the way through. He has no fouls in this ball game, so he'll play forever if he has to, if he's not in foul trouble. Along with Eric Jefferson, Dave Leto, and Chip Rucker, who has 4 fouls. He is a senior. EJ not in yet. It goes now to Perry Moss. Deep left sideline. Mason and Anderson along with Verhoeven, Higgins, and Davis, the starting lineup for the Bulldogs. Huskies with less than 5 minutes to go. Pete Harris in the midcourt circle. Deep right sideline it goes to EJ. Huskies spread out 4 corners. They're all spread out. A taste of their own medicine, I guess you could say, against Fresno State. Left sideline, Moss gives to Pete Harris. Pete bounces a couple of times. Now he stops. Lobs it to EJ. Right sideline. Huskies will just wait for the opening. Cross court left sideline. It is Perry Moss. Moss looks around. Anderson comes to him. They come out in the 2-3 zone now, a rare zone here for Fresno State. They have been man-to-man just about all night long. And just a reminder, you're listening to WRBB Boston. Steve Berkowitz along with Peter Jordan here, Husky basketball, NCAA style. Huskies and Fresno State tied at 53. 4 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the ball game. Huskies with the ball. They may hold on for the last shot. Pete Harris midcourt circle. They are showing no intention at all of going inside. They have the T-stall, which they go into several times, but nobody has moved around. Pete Harris deep left sideline to Moss. Rucker is inside. And now Perry looking for EJ. He's got the ball. Nobody coming out to attack him. Perry goes back out near midcourt over to Pete Harris. This is not exactly the T score, as again they are just taking their time playing the four corners. Pete Harris now with the ball outside.
Fresno State seems to go into slow motion here when they get a taste of their own medicine, and that's what Northeastern is doing. They are not moving around too much on the court.
Neither team wants to make a mistake, and the Huskies with 3:30 to go, and if Fresno State puts some pressure on, or even if they don't, you're just prone to mistakes. The Huskies a couple of times in the Holy Cross game tried to hold on for the ball for a long period of time, could not. Eric Jefferson just lost the ball on one situation, and another time they had it taken out of their hands, and there's just a law of averages that you just may throw the ball away on a simple mistake. 3:10 to go. Huskies and Fresno State tied at 53. The advantage, though, is that Fresno State has not played an overtime game all season long. Northeastern, on the other hand, has been immense down the stretch. They've won 6 games in overtime. Fresno State has beaten teams by an average of 16 points a ball game. Deep right side it is Eric Jefferson. Back outside it goes to Pete Harris. Pete with the ball now. Looks around. Stops. Right sideline deep EJ. They go for the steal, don't get it. Back it goes to Harris again, and Pete says, calm down, Eric. Back again, Harris with the ball. 2:39 to go here in the ball game. Huskies are holding on in a tie ball game. 53-all. Eric Jefferson with his hand on his hip with the basketball now. Looks around. Now man-to-man. Fresno State. EJ jump past to Dave Little. High post. Back at it to Pete Harris. Man-to-man. Now Mason on Harris. So this sets things up a little differently now. The Huskies motion offense. Deep right sideline. It goes EJ back to Pete Harris. 2:16 to go. Pete left-handed dribble. Backs off. Directs traffic, looks around. Rucker started to go back door. Now EJ goes back door, right baseline, stops. Back out to Perry Moss, they reset. Good play. EJ did not have the shot. Rucker came out to a high post, and Eric Jefferson went back door, but the defense got back. Pete Harris with 2 minutes to go in the ball game. And the Huskies will indeed hold on for the last shot, it seems, unless there's a layup somehow. 53-all. Moss with the ball. Faces the hoop. 1:50 to go. Between his legs. Looks around. Huskies do not want to make a dumb mistake. Eric Jefferson hands it right back to Perry Moss. Anderson, their best defensive player, is on him. Perry between his legs again. Starts the drive, in the lane, spins, fakes, gets rid of it, back out to Harris, deep left sideline. 1:32 to go. Pete starts the drive. The bench is now up, and the tension is mounting. The Huskies got the ball with 4 minutes to go. We mentioned that Fresno State would hold on to it. We did not expect that Northeastern would do this. Eric Jefferson double team to Rucker, back to EJ. Eric comes back out. He throws it into the backcourt, and it's a steal for Fresno State. A loose ball, Moss, and now we have a jump ball. It'll be Moss along with Mason. Mason and Moss both 6'2". Perry with tremendous jumping ability. Let us see. It's a matter of who can control it. It is up and controlled by Northeastern. 1:09 to go, and here we go again. They threw it away, but a quick defensive play, some alertness by Northeastern, got the ball back. And Northeastern will give us a breather with 1:02 to go. They take their third timeout. The Huskies must inbound now. Eric Jefferson taking his time. It's not in yet. Forecourt Moss, deep right sideline. 1 minute to go in the ball game. Perry with the ball. Mason on him. He's got it. He stutter steps. Backs in. Huskies will take the last shot. Hopefully, if they can control the ball. He's double team. Right sideline, deep Pete Harris. 50 seconds to go. We're tied at 53. With the ball right now, Harris, guarded by Anderson, between his legs. Pete backs off, deep left sideline. He looks around, deep right sideline. Moss with 40 seconds to go in the ball game. Huskies will take their time. They've had the ball since the 4-minute mark. Deep right sideline, Harris. Pete comes around, looks around. They cannot commit a foul. Neither team over the limit or near the limit right now. Fresno State 5 fouls, Northeastern 4. Pete Harris checks the clock. We have 25 seconds to go. We are tied again at 53 here in the NCAAs. First round action. Pete Harris with the ball and 18 seconds to go. Looks around. Starts the back end. Deep left sideline. Eric Jefferson. He turns. Looks around. He calls timeout with 13 seconds to go. What a lucky number. Huskies will inbound left sideline. Eric Jefferson along with Chip Rucker, Roland Braswell, Pete Harris, and Perry Moss. Moss has it now with 10 seconds. Deep left sideline. He's got it. Mason on him. He backs in. Top of the circle. 6 seconds. Moss in the lane. Underneath the goes to Rucker. Gets away. Lays it in.
All right.
4 seconds. And a timeout by Fresno State. Northeastern leads 55-53. They worked it inside. Oh, what a play that was. Moss came in. He drew 2 people. Rucker was all alone underneath the basket, and he laid it in. Mason will inbound. I'm sure Higgins will be the man they look for. He's got the ball. Baseball pass now. Goes to Verhoeven. 3 seconds. Verhoeven with the basketball. Jump pass on the right side. The shot at the buzzer is off the rim. No good. The story continues. The story continues here in Texas. Northeastern has won the first game of the NCAA playoffs, their first appearance ever. They have defeated Fresno State 55-53. The Huskies have pulled it off again. They have won tonight. The shot by Higgins fell short off the rim and no good. A 25-foot desperation shot. And Northeastern right now a very jubilant group.